YouTube? I want to welcome everybody to the first episode of TTWT, which is Turf Talk with Turfzilla. Today we're going to be going over the Nike Air Bowl. The Nike Air Bowl was a major sneaker back in the mid to late 90s. It was worn by Rod Woodson, of the Pittsburgh Steelers at the time. And, the sneakers just old. A lot of people don't know about it, but, it had a big impact. A lot of people had it back in the day. I know I always wanted it, but I could never get it. So, when I got old enough and I got, my funds up, check it out on YouTube and was able to pick it up. So, today we're going to be going over the Nike Air Bowl, worn by Rod Woodson. Let's get into it. Everybody, we back. Now we're about to get into the sneaker. And like today I said, we're covering the Nike Air Bowl, which released in 1995 and was worn by Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson did, most of his career in Pittsburgh. He went on to Oakland, then I believe he went on to Baltimore. Was one of the premier D-backs in the league, held it down, did his thing. And, he always go down in history as one of the best D-backs in the league. Now, the shoe that he wore was the Nike Air Bowl. And as you can see about this sneaker, there's nothing that says Pittsburgh Steelers, where he spent most of his time at. But Rod Woodson was never a Nike signature athlete. So he was just one of those guys that Nike, took care of him, sent him stuff. He wore this shoe, and this shoe kind of got pinned with him. Because back in the day, Nike used to make a lot of trainers, but, they were never, officially a player's shoe. Kind of like James Harden did for a while in the NBA. He wore a bunch of Nikes, but he never really had a shoe until he was about to leave. And then when he left, they gave him the Hyper Red or the Hyper Chase, one of them two. But it was kind of like this. It was just like a sneaker that everybody wore. But Rod Woodson, I guess he got most, of the airtime, most of the pub in this sneaker. So it was kind of stuck with him. It was his shoe. But like I said, he was never a signature Nike athlete. But everybody knows this shoe as the Rod Woodson. It's the Nike Air Bowl. Now, with these, it's kind of like back in, in the 90s, Nike used to take time with the model, the design, the construction of the shoe and everything. And for this to be a 21-year-old sneaker, it's still in good shape. It's literally falling apart, but you can't really tell just by looking at it. I picked these up on eBay, completely DS. When I came, they were factory laced, but I didn't have the OG box. He actually sent them to me in a container in a plastic bag. So, over time, everything's going to break down. Even with these right here. I don't know if you can see that. They about to go right there. Where else was it? The whole midsole on the back. They're about to go. Air bubble super cloudy. Now, to me, a cloudy air bubble is kind of similar to everybody that wear J's. When you see them soles start to get yellow, it builds character. It lets you know that that's an OG. It lets you know that, that one's been around for a while. And you can tell, the older sneakers out of the two. But a lot of these shoes with the air bubble, when you see that cloudy air bubble, that foggy air bubble, okay, that one's been around for a minute. It's kind of old. It does its thing. But with this trainer, what Nike did with these was, it's a cross trainer, so everybody's playing football. They gotta have a little bit more support. It's the 3/4 almost, high sneaker, but Nike, they came with these little laces on the outside. It was basically everything about a cross trainer is support. Support. This sock liner, it's kind of like the sock liner in the Huarache and the Jordan 9, I believe. But it comes to about right here, and it goes all the way up, to here. Kind of give you that lockdown, hold your foot down. You see the laces come all the way up to the tippy top. To get it tight on your foot, hold it down. That sole, this is basically indoor football turf. Perfect conditions, to give you a little bit more traction, hold it down. And it's a great sneaker. Overall, I love the colorway. A lot of people, this colorway came out before the Griffey 1. Everybody thought Nike came with a great idea, even though Seattle's colors were there, this color. But this sneaker actually came a year before this Griffey came out. So, as you can see, Nike kind of knew what they was doing, with it a year before. And, it was just a great color blocking, it stands out and it does its thing. And they came with an all black pair with white stitching, a little bit of white accent. Then they came with the all white with the black and it's got a little bit of blue. I think I'll post pictures, so you can see them. But yeah, overall, one of my favorite sneakers of all time. And most trainers have a strap on them, but this is one of the only few trainers that doesn't have a strap. But I think the Trainer 94, and I know there's one more, but I can't think of what it is. But These right here, Nike Air Bowl. You know what I mean? One of my favorite sneakers, OG. 21 years old. You know what I mean? It'll never get on foot. It will never get some nothing. It's just, this is a museum piece for me. So just wanted to bring it out, let everybody see it. A lot of people ask, you know, what this sneaker, when they come over and they see my stuff, they be like, what is that? I've seen it and remember from high school, you know what I mean, but don't know what it is. Nike Air Bowl. I post the color codes so you can check them out, you know what I mean. Rod Woodson, like I said, but it wasn't never his signature shoe, but it was attached to him, so it's his shoe. So Nike Air Bowl, great sneaker, and you know what I mean, one of the ones I love. Nike Air on the back, everybody killing for that Nike Air, but on the back of them trainers, they all got it. So just dope overall shoe to me. Any questions, just comment, you know what I mean, in the comment section below. Like, subscribe. If you don't like it, tell me you don't like it. I mean, it is what it is. I appreciate it all. Thanks for stopping by, and be on the lookout. The next one is going to be the Nike Air Turmoil, which released in '96. It's one of my top 5 favorite sneakers, so just be on the lookout for it.